Hello and welcome to another episode of New Quest, where we go through new coding learning experiences together. Today, the question is, if we were to assume there's a summer camp, a band camp, at one time a band camp, and there are students and teachers of all ages, from 5, as you can see, 3, 6, 18, 21, 33, of course, all the adults are above 21. Now, the students make an argument. They say, these teachers are pretending to know everything, but aren't all our years combined greater than theirs? There's more students than there are adults here. I'd like to make sure that's true. Let me add some more young ones here. Now, let's add another 9, another 12, another 11-year-olds. Boom. So there's old teachers. There's someone right at 21. So I would consider them an adult, 21 and above. Let me do that. There we go. And so the argument is that the students know better. Students know better than the teachers. They don't need the teachers because they have more years combined experience. If they were to communicate really well, they are smarter than the teachers. Of course, whether this argument is true or not, in reality, doesn't matter. The teachers, they are right then. Do the math on it. Do the math on it. We'll consider giving up our place as teachers, leaving the band camp with students or people under 21 at this band camp can do whatever they want. They have the experience they need. So I'm going to solve this problem using JavaScript. And it's going to receive a true adults over 18. We said 21. Let's make it 18. 19 sounds like an adult. More universal. So I'm going to change these to 18. Or just don't mind the 21s. 21 means 18. Okay. So how would we solve this? So I would first need to find out who is an adult and who is not an adult. So I need to check and filter all the numbers less than 18, and then sum them up. And then I would need to find the sum of ages above 18 as well. Then I would need to check if the sum of all ages below 18 are greater than the sum of ages above 18. And if they are, students win is true. So right now, there's an empty function returning a string true or false. Let's make it return 0 for the fun of it, because we haven't written any rules yet. And that's happening through our console log here. We're able to view it up here. So let's start and filter through the first array and find the sum of ages above 18. It makes more, I don't know why I want to find the sum of ages below 18 first. So let me move this up. Oops, that's not the button. Whoops. Is it this one? Yep. My keyboard has the wrong control and option things set up. All right. Now that I've made an excuse for my keyboard, let's go ahead and start. So how do we start with our data here? We can't because there's no data coming into this function. We need parameters, an argument, something. So let's call it array. We don't have to make it array of ages because function is a utility tool able to be used by multiple scenarios. So next year at Bandcamp, we could still do this thought experiment. So I'm just going to say array of super array. Make it sound cool. Super array. All right. So now we have a super array to play around with. What are we doing in the super array? We're going to find the sum of ages below 18. So let's do that. Let's find the sum of ages below 18. So for that, we need to first be able to filter all the ages below 18 into a new array. How about that? So let's do that. So super array dot filter. Boom. And X is going to represent all the items it's going to look through. And based on our condition we give it on the return, it's going to check and return these into a new array. Let's make that array const. Call it non-adults equals. So what's the condition? What makes a non-adult? Someone below the age of 18, right? X is less than 18. Not equal to or less than, but X is less than 18. Oh, we made an error somewhere. Array.filler is not a function, of course. Filter, what I meant. Boom. Okay. And to console log and check our new array, new non-adults, we will see that no one here is above 18 and that we have 11 students total. Great. So now we said we were going to find the sum of all ages. So we could use a nice little reduce function. So sum of all ages, non-adults, const, sum of non-adults equals non-adults reduce. Reduce is good for summing up an array into a single number, which is what we're doing. So reduce, every reduce has an accumulator, a value, and some other things we don't need, a function area, and a starting point. So we can do is return. How to reduce work I have to remember. So the accumulator starts at 0 and it goes to the next one. So we're going to add a value. Accumulator equals plus equals value. Accumulator equals value. Accumulator plus value. We're going to write it long form. Boom, something happened, and let's see if there's a sum there. Console log sum of non-adults. 103. Okay, we have a number, so this worked. So with every iteration, accumulator starting at 0, and it's for 11 times, it's going to say accumulator and add the value, the first value that comes up, and it's going to do that 11 times. And that's how we're getting final result as the accumulator. Okay, now we're going to do this all over with the adults. So const adults equals, we're going to filter through the original array once again, which was the super array. Filter X to iterate through each X equaling the item function here. We're going to return x is greater than or equal to 18. Now let's see if that worked by console logging what's inside. Adults now. Boom. Yep, we have an 18-year-old, 8 people. Okay, so we have 11 instructors. Why don't we make it more exciting and get rid of this 44-year-old over here? I want to make it a little bit closer. 44. No, no one above 40. There we go. We have 6 instructors and 11. It's even that's a lot. But let's see. I don't know. I haven't done the math yet. So we have now an array of adults, and we don't know their total age. So const adults total should be saved in there. And how do we do that? Adults filtered array reduce. And do the same thing. So there's a accumulator value, an area to write a function, and a starting point for our accumulator of 0. Now we write the return. Return, same thing, accumulator plus equals value. And that should have added things up. And instead of console logging it, I'm just going to return a true or false statement. Return if sum of non-adults is greater than sum of adult total. I named them a little bit weird. I named them both sum of adults, sum of non-adults. Let's do that. Sum of adults. Okay, so sum of non-adults greater than sum of adults. It'd be fair to say that students win is true. So that's what we're doing. Did the students win? Honestly, I don't know right now. Oh, it said false. Now I do know. So the students lost because, let's see, sum of adults was 146, and then the sum of non-adults was 103. Okay, but next year, these students come in here, and they're still the same instructors, and one of them's 14, one of them's 15, and one of them's 15. Boom, these could be different. Students would win by 147. We need like 3 15-year-olds. Okay, well, I hope you guys learned something out of that. I definitely brushed up on some skills, and have a great day. Don't stop learning.